going on, guys? Kami here, coming at you with a new Coach Kami. This one's going to be of Huga Loves Ya, sub of mine on Twitch. Remember, if you're interested in submitting some of these videos to coach your own gameplay, either be a sub on Twitch, be a patron, or toss down in the comments section of a champion you would like to be coached on and why you deserve it over everyone else. Oh, and a way to contact you, Discord or Twitter. I'll randomly choose one, toss you a message, and we'll get everything figured out. Let's get to the gameplay. He's going to be playing Bomb King on Stonekeep with a legendary Accelerant, as you can see. Loadout, he's going to be using Air Blast 2, King's New Cloak 2, Explosive Entrance 1, Fallout 3, and Countdown 4. Now, Countdown 4, I mean, you're trying to throw Grumpies on point as much as possible to be able to shut them down. Makes sense to have that maxed out at 4. So about Air Blast, I don't really know if it's needed. With the nerf on the Poppy Bomb, you don't really get that much time to control where you're going. It's mainly just lining up where you want to hit, not much leeway while you're in midair. Another card that might be pretty good is the reduced cooldown backdraft on every sticky bomb exploded on your Poppy Bomb, so you do have more mobility to be able to get in and out when you want to. There's also one that allows you to get health back when you explode your sticky bombs, which, I mean, it's kind of small, but really in comparison to Air Blast, I think it's more beneficial. King's New Cloak is fine. You can feel free to bump that up all the way to 4. I've seen some loadouts of Fishiko, a really good Bomb King player in EU. He uses that. The Explosive Entrance, that's another one that's kind of a minor heal. You can keep that at 1. It's a one-pointer. It's not really meant to do much. As last one, Fallout. Hitting an NP with a Grumpy Bomb reduces the cooldown of your Poppy Bomb. Feels like it's pretty good because it's better than, backdraft, because it's such a small, it's like a point value, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 second value, and people kind of turn their heads from it. But I think Fallout might seem a little more appealing because it has a flat 1, 2, 3, 4 number. But when you hit it with a Grumpy, I mean, you don't really want to be popping right away out. You usually want to be taking advantage of that person being hit by the Grumpy Bomb. So I'd say maybe, if anything, swap that out with Backdraft and swap out the Air Blast with healing every time you blow up your explosives. But I think the most important one that you do have is Countdown 4. So in general, an okay loadout, definitely playable. Going to the item that you chose to get, you're able to get Cauterize. Wrecker, not needed. Cauterize definitely needed because Saris's heals at the beginning are absolutely probably one of the highest single target heals in the game, so you want to shut that down as much as possible. Bomb King is a great wrecker, but you don't need it. On a side note, other things you might want, you also have another Bomb King that has Accelerant. It is about 3 Haven and 2 Blast. I believe Saris and Bomb King are Blast. Your number 1 blue card I think you're going to want to go with is Resilience. That's going to help you out the most with the Grumpy, the Saris ult, if you choose to go the blue route. But I think you might want to be maxing out Cauterize at first, then some Resil. And from there, you can kind of gauge what's giving you the most trouble or what's benefiting you the most. Maybe you're getting a lot of good ults. You can decide to go morale boost, but normally not a big fan of the Bomb King ult. It can be very good in conjunction with maybe, let's say, your Saris ult, but sometimes puts you in a very sketchy predicament. Or maybe that's just because I always do Kami ults. I don't know. I like Nimble on him for some reason. It helps me line up my shots with the Bomb King a lot more. Starting off, you see the Cassie go up there, and you try to go for your own little Poppy Bomb up there. Get a little bit of a head, but don't know if I was really needed. And it was a little bit of a miss, but it's okay. Makoa got a pull. It's a good job of finishing off that kill. Now the Terminus is on you. You want to pop your bomb away as soon as possible. You want to get away from him. On a brighter note, you did get full healed, so able to take down that Terminus. Really good long-range shots. Would have got that if the Kinessa didn't. It's time to push up. Holding this left side would be very good for you. You can throw a Grumpy down here, completely cut off this avenue, and just be wary of the left side, which you do actually push forward a little bit on this. And this is going to be kind of a 1v1. It was about a 50-50 you'd be able to win that. You'd be better off as sitting at the bottom. I know most people want to have high ground, but right there you'd be able to have a corner to hide behind and not put yourself out in the middle of the open with a Cassie. I'm back on point, making it rain. You see his, good job on the Grumpy, I was saying, you see his Power Siphon up. Want to time that around the time that his Power Siphon should be down. There, that Poppy Bomb, it kind of knocked him into your teammates. The greatest thing in the world.
Your pumpkin is under fire.
Now you heard that Kinessa blink up there. Any sort of shot on there to help out your Kinessa is going to be huge. It's an even trade. Your Drox is taking down the Bomb King, allows you to push up now. You're going to want to focus on the people in the back line. Don't focus on that Terminus too much. He's not going to do much to you. That Cassie is really giving you the hand, so I'd say that's probably your number 1 target, being able to take that out. That seems like it's one of the other team's carries, doing a lot of work, and then Saris is going to be your number 2 target.
Target locked. Double.
Now popping back into fight. Big hit onto that Terminus, but look at that damage reduction. Absolutely insane. Got your Poppy Bomb available, so it means you can Poppy Bomb and ult in if need be. Terminus ulted, but it gets dropped immediately by the Androxus. Quick side note, an Androxus reversaling a Terminus ult will pretty much one-shot a Terminus. Good Grumpy over there to zone it out. You don't know how close they're going to be. Nice balancing act your Grumpy Bomb did too. Does a good job just kind of shutting down the areas, make sure they can't get in for free. And you're able to get that easily. Your team just kind of dominating right now. Good job targeting that Cassie. Turning around and helping out your team with this Terminus. Once you get this Terminus dropped, you're going to want to choose which side you want to go. Now, it's completely up to you. I think one side that you're going to be able to do really well on is over here on the right side, but you can also do it on the left side. So you look at your team composition, you say, okay, we've got a Kinessa, we've got an Androxus, and we've got a Bomb King. In my opinion, as you're pushing, the first thing you want to do is get around this first corner, right? This curve. And there's going to be a choke around right here, and they're going to be able to shoot you from above and all that fun stuff. You're probably going to want to put pressure up here on top. Make sure they can't shoot you down for free, because that's where the most of the damage is going to be coming in through. Now, you can get over here on the right side, and you can kind of go in for a flank, but I think Androxus will also do that very well. And it'll be a little bit better because you can get up there for free and then have the reversal and be able to get out and all that fun stuff. So you're just mainly wanted to go up on the left side and try to zone them out up there. Once it gets around the second corner, that's when you need to split up your DPS. And it's hard because you can't, if you try to tell your team what to do, it might come off the wrong way. But in general, I think the best way to do it with your composition is you're going to want to have the Kinessa up top sniping down. You're going to want to have the Makoa obviously on point, and the Sarah's just healing wherever she needs to heal. The Androxus, I would like to see maybe go around down the outer side on the left side and flank in there. If the Kinessa is able to get someone low, again, communication needed. And then you just kind of zoning out the right side because you don't want people being able to poke in through here and grab you guys and poke you in the back as you're trying to go around this last corner. And that'll cut down all the chokes. And once you're able to push past this last little choke, that's when everyone can kind of collapse in, use all your ults, do everything. Their Kinessa being super aggressive, and you're aware of that. Good poke on there. Ooh. She's still just sitting up there. Okay, easy kill, right? Now it's going to allow your Kinessa to get up there and start sniping. But she's actually staying down a little bit. That's fine, too. And they're trying to get through, and you're doing exactly what I wanted you to do, and just kind of cut that out. Grumpy bombs, spamming your bombs, all that fun stuff. That spamming up there on that, you detonated, looking for an easy kill. Wasn't able to get it. There, what you could have done is stacked a bomb or two before detonating it. Detonating it means the person's going to be like, oh, there's someone on me. Sometimes when you stick someone once, they don't see that immediately. And it gives you a chance to stack maybe one, additional one, maybe even two. To get the kill before she goes into her shadow travel thingy. You know what I'm trying to say. Now, you don't have chain reaction, so you don't get that much of a benefit, but just little nitpicky things. The difference between killing the Saris right away and not allowing the Saris to go into, or allowing the Saris to go into the shadow travel is just, it's actually a huge difference. You have your ultimate available. They're not really looking at you, so you're free to kind of push in right here if you'd like. But you decide to stay back, and I think that's fine too. Your Makoa's up there, so actually you'd want to push up right now. You need to go help out the Makoa, and you're going to target that Cassie at the beginning. Cassie being down. If you can get your Poppy Bomb back up, you want that up. And be careful of the Terminus ult. Doesn't look like he had it up. Good kill on the Saris. You're going to be very aggressive on the Bomb King. That just kind of keeps him into the spawn, you know? You know, and all those things that I said before, all those positions and stuff, sometimes can just be completely ignored if you just have a stronger team. You know, sometimes the composition matters, sometimes the individual skill matters. Whatever it is, sometimes you can just throw out all these specific strats and just kind of steamroll them. But now you're able to get Resilience 2 and Cauterize 2. Like we talked about before, Resilience would be a really good pickup, and you went with it, so that's good. You could probably expect the Cassie up there, but now you've got the Cassie ult off, so you know they can see you. And now Terminus is jumping in, you know that's a pretty big cooldown, and he might be able to do a 180 and be able to power siphon that up. If not, I'd stack a few bombs on it and start backing up a little bit, because you don't want that Terminus to be able to get some free hits on you. Sun did go off, but you played it a little bit safe and just backed off right away. Now you're going for a little bit of a flank. That's good. You hear the Kinessa mine, so you're pushing on her. Again, right there, you might have been able to stick a couple bombs before she even realized it. But again, not really needed. You just blow up. Really good awareness to figure out where that Saris is at using your sound, and just overall guesses of where Saris would go after she goes invisible. Good charging on that Kinessa, pushing her back, making sure she just can't sit back there for free. And there you kind of stacked up, you know, got a bomb and a half pretty much on that target before he's able to react. Really good there. Ooh. And that Bomb King ult on top of that Grumpy, very good play there. Made sure that he wasn't able to get his power siphon up. You hear the Saris up there, trying to find a little bit of spam, but not able to find it. But you can, on the other hand, pop your bomb up there, and that keeps Saris out of the fight for the time being. Now we're just zoning. Saris going for a little bit of a flank. You never know, right?
Target locked.
Be careful on pushing that Cassie. You know she has CC immunity, you can't stack additional bombs, you can't stun her, and you're really low. And with the Saris heals, you're able to get out. You know Terminus isn't going to have his ult available, so finishing that off is huge. Able to stay out of that ult. If you did, at least you had resilience too. Be careful of that Cassie back there. She's kind of chipping you for free right now on the right side. Now she's down. It's good preemptive Grumpy. Make sure they have something to fear when you're going up there. Make sure you're not just going up there and taking huge shift damage while going up the stairs. It's a good 1v1. You know, I'm starting to think you're just showing this to video to show off, really. Not much to say. Here, again, you probably want to go up the high ground. You're going to want to help out that Kinessa chipping out the people up there. You don't want the Cassie, you don't want the Kinessa going for free, and the Kinessa can't 1v2 very easily. So what you're doing right now is a very smart move. Getting Grumpy there to make sure they can't push on you. Kind of a waste of a Poppy from falling down, but could have been doing that preemptively in case they decided to push you. Now, Terminus is a little bit out of position, a little bit too far forward compared to his team, so it's a good job of changing targets. And that's what's always good, is you may have priority targets, but it's always good to switch in the heat of a battle if you notice someone stepped out of line a little bit. Right there, you had a really good position just to be up there. Maybe you could have backed out a little bit. Able to drop down, but setting up sticky bombs, grumpy bombs, and all that fun stuff to make sure they can't get out of spawn is going to work out very well. Great ultimate, although the Saris had resilience 2 or 3. Kind of shut that down immediately. But there's a triple kill for you. A spray and an ending. Well, what is there to say? Very good Bomb King gameplay. Not much to critique. Like I said, some of the strategy that I mentioned about going here or there didn't really need to come into play because there was a little bit of trickling in from the enemy team, staggering here and there, and it just allowed your team to continuously cap the point and steamroll in. Very good usage of the Grumpy Bomb, whether it was to stun the Terminus to make sure you can guarantee an ult, or if it was just throwing it out to zone for when you were able to push. You have this massive amount of DPS, but if you add that Grumpy Bomb pressure, that icon on their screen where they have to pay attention to that, it's like bullet hell type games where you're dodging a million things while also trying to fight the opponent. Just makes it another threat for an enemy to look at as they're trying to fight a Bomb King. Good movement with the Poppy Bomb. A few mess ups here and there, trying to get up to a ledge but not able to hit it, but I'm trying to find some things to critique on. Not much other than the loadout. I would suggest maybe trying to use the card that reduces the cooldown on Poppy Bomb every time you detonate a bomb. It's for some reason it's escaped me at the moment, but with the way that you're using your Poppy Bomb aggressively, I think it would help you out a lot and allow you to do even bigger plays. Of course, if anyone else is interested in submitting their own videos, well, I told you how to do it at the beginning. I want to thank everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm not going to be one of those people who asks you to like and subscribe, so I'm not going to ask.